Hey critics, and welcome back to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel where you get commentary reviews and tabloid news. I'm your host, Patricia Hartley. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Today, we are taking a critical review of Jenna and Sheinelle's March the 26th episode, which featured one of my favorite people, Sheryl Ralph, of course. But let's first, of course, get into the fit, which was very nice. It was very beachy for both ladies. And the ladies are right now on like their Jamaican vacation. As a reminder, I did a review of the Jenna and Sheinelle show back in February, just in honor of it was my version of basically Vlogmas. So I for a extended period of time, not just in February, but it was a few days as well in January too, where I basically reviewed the Jenna and Sheinelle show, also to pay homage to Sheinelle Jones, who is the brand new co-host. There joining Jenna, and now the show is officially called Jenna and Sheinelle. And so, yeah, of course, I had to handle that and do it that way. But y'all check that out on the channel. But the ladies are officially on their Jamaican vacation. It's their first girls trip. Sheinelle wore a brown dress with a nude undertone, and it looks good on her. And it was giving beach vibes, of course. She did have some gold shoes, but when they were like in the sand, she just had her bare feet, and that's the way I personally like it. I love walking in the grass, putting sand on my bare feet. That's, just maybe that's just the country girl in me, but it really is grounding. But before I knew it was what grounding was, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't always knew what it was, but I always like to put my feet in the grass, even as a kid, like growing up. I used to run on the street bare feet sometimes. That's terrible. That's terrible. Jenna is basically back. She took a week off for spring break last week. And it was just in time, of course, for their Jamaican trip. In this episode, she wore basically a white pantsuit and sleeveless jacket. It was like a style top, and it sounds like a very serious outfit, but I have to record on the beach kind of a way and be a professional on television, right? Also, it was an all white outfit, and all white outfits seem to be exactly what you need to take when you go to Jamaica. Everybody, I guess, has an all white outfit. Yeah, somebody commented and said that the locals say they love the color. Okay. And can I be real for just a second and say that I believe Jenna may have taken some time to spend with her co-host Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show during her time off as well. There's no truth to that, only like speculation. They both, of course, I think they are not only believers, but they seem to, I think, attend maybe the same church, all of the things. Jenna might be close to her family as well, but the ladies did take time to share an update about their friend, Savannah, who also did an interview with Hoda Kotb regarding the day her mom disappeared, and also apologized if her position as an anchor or her exposing her mom in any way had anything to do with her missing. As of the recording of this episode, Savannah Guthrie's mother, Nancy Guthrie, is still missing. I will link the episode that Hoda did in terms of interviewing Savannah in the show notes. Now, let's get back to Jenna and Sheinelle, y'all. Jamaica also went through, of course, like a hurricane as well that they faced. It was called Hurricane Melissa, I believe. And in spite of the hurricane, the island does want you to know that they are back open for business. Another fun fact, one of their bosses, their executive producer, I believe, on the show, is also from Jamaica. So she was there, and it was like a homecoming for her, they say. It seemed like she was also able to show the entire staff around the island and even ran into some friends along the way. And yes, while the ladies enjoyed their trip, they also announced that trip back in late February. I believe it was the February 25th episode in which I did review the show. I'll link that in the show notes as well. The ladies also gave a shout out to the contestant winners. Remember, there was two ladies who actually won. I think they were both friends. And they seemed to be there enjoying themselves because, the camera panned to them when it was time to announce the fact that the ladies won. And of course, they were there in attendance. The ladies had a chance, of course, to explore the island and visit some neat places and sites, including going tubing. They went bobsledding, at Mystic Mountain, I believe it was, like the movie Cool Running. Remember that movie, y'all? Climbing. They went climbing a waterfall. I've seen the waterfalls a lot on Pinterest. Yes, I want to climb the waterfall. And also eating at Miss T's Kitchen, a restaurant that's been on the island for 18 years, and they seem to be all about the Jamaican experience there. The ladies tried saltfish fritters. They tried peas and rice. Some may call it rice and peas. Curry goat as well as white rum. It's obvious, y'all, that white rum is a must on the island. It sounds like, if drinking is your thing. Jenna apparently did get stuck in a dress, according to her, while she was there, and then Sheinelle had to go and cut her out of the dress, literally. Yeah, so in the middle of Sheinelle being on the dance floor, probably dancing to one of Shaggy or, Bob Marley songs. Yeah, she had to go cut her friend out the dress. Yes, she did. That's all they gave us. I don't know how she got stuck in the dress. Was it too little? Was it too small? Was it the zipper that was stuck? They didn't go into detail like that, but I will say that I feel like that probably brought the ladies closer together, right? My favorite guest, Sheryl Lee Ralph, who is a native of Jamaica. They say she also has the knighthood honor as well. So she's a member of the order, they say. She was a guest on the show. She was also recently featured in Time Magazine's Women of the Year issue alongside of, I believe it was 15 other women, if I'm not mistaken on that number, including Tiana Taylor. In the article, though, Sheryl reveals some advice that she received from Robert De Niro on the set of the 1992 comedy Mistress. He said, "You're a damn good actress, and that's too bad because Hollywood is not looking for you. So you better climb that mountain and wave that red flag and let them know that you are there." Ralph says, "It was hard. I could have given up and stopped when it looked like it wasn't going to happen. But I act, I sing, I perform because that is my joy." She has some extraness to go with it, but in the best way. And I feel like she has like that motivational speaker sort of a voice. She received, of course, her first Tony nomination back in 1982 for her breakout role as Dina Jones in the original baby Broadway production of Dreamgirls. Will your dream girls, boy, will make you happy. Okay, let me stop. Let me definitely stop. And I am telling you, girl, just stop. I'm not. Stop it, girl. Just stop. Okay. Anyway, let me get back to it. Sheryl Lee Ralph was finally granted, of course, her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I also did an episode about that as well. And she is still today staying strong, of course, in the spotlight, starring in the hit TV series Abbott Elementary, where she stars as the no-nonsense kindergarten teacher Barbara Howard, in which she won an Emmy for the role back in 2022, making her the second Black woman to win Outstanding Supporting Actress in a comedy series. Okay. She also is quoted saying, "Being an educator, it ain't easy, baby. It ain't, girl. It definitely is not." But she also talks locking into the life of basically educators, being a teacher on the show. So yeah, congratulations. And side note, Sheryl was dressed nice, baby. I would actually wear the dress that she had on for the show. It was orange, and orange is your color. Like orange, baby, that's your color. It complemented, I feel like, her figure. She had a beautiful, long, just simple braided ponytail, and I loved the look. She talked about the sauce of Abbott Elementary, like kind of what keeps it spicy, what keeps it going, and how basically it's having an amazing writing team is what helps. And also the shout out to Quinta Bronson as well, and all the folks who write on the show, yeah, and the creators as well. So shout out to Sheryl Lee Ralph as well as the entire cast for also having another season. Looking forward to it. Something else Sheryl talked about was the vow renewal with her longtime husband, and the 80-foot shawl that she ended up having, as well as the ballerinas that she had during her ceremony. Now, one of Sheryl's children recently actually just got married. She has two kids, I believe, a boy and a girl. And one of Sheryl's children actually just got married not long ago, and they were in Jamaica for the wedding as well. And I believe during the time that they was there, I think it was a hurricane too. I think it was a hurricane during that time as well. So yeah, life is moving for the dream girl, and I love that for her. She deserves it. I know that I've said it before, and I'm never gonna stop saying it, but I met Sheryl Lee Ralph, took photos with her. I've seen her one woman show back in Philadelphia a while ago. Yeah, so shout out to Sheryl. And also her new movie she has. It's called Ricky, which stars her. It's Titus Welliver as well as Andrene Ward Hammond. Sheryl plays the role as a parole officer, and the movie is out in select theaters. Sheryl stayed and stuck around and connected with Shaggy, of course, during the show where they played a game called It Wasn't Me. Shaggy joined the ladies for the game first and then had an update a little bit later. And when Shaggy came out, y'all, while the host introduced him, Sheryl came in like with her own sort of like kudos for the artist and talked about his philanthropic deeds on the island, his hit song. It Wasn't Me, according to Them is one of the #1 requested wedding songs. Yeah, and the bride tends to want the song played. That's what Shaggy says. He took the time though to explain the song as well, and I actually want to play a little bit of what he said because he can say it better than I can. Because you know me.
We just heard your song, It Wasn't Me. We may or may not have danced to it.
Oh my God, last night?
We hear that it's the #1 requested song at weddings.
Is it? Yes.
Yeah, now do you find that strange?
I feel like...
When I do weddings, like
Yeah.
some people book us for weddings.
Yeah.
It's always the bride's choice.
What?
And the groom comes to me and says, make sure you play It Wasn't Me, because that's my... And I'm like,
Really?
sure you're okay with it? And I'm singing it while he's there, and I'm saying, you're going to do your nuptials? Red flag.
Do you
red flag.
think they know what the song is about?
I do. I think it's,
It's just a jam.
By the way, it's not a cheating song.
Oh, it's
What
not?
is it?
No, it's not.
Well, what is
See,
it?
Olio was always too drunk before it got to the end.
Oh my God.
At the end of it, it says, I'm going to tell her that I'm sorry for the things that you've done. You might think you're a player, but you're completely lost. Simply mean it's not condoning cheating.
Oh.
Well,
we just had an aha
but they saw him banging on the counter.
Yeah, but it was a conversation with two people, and the other guy
Oh, my
did not
God.
take the other guy's.
Please.
Yes,
There you go.
Well, he didn't take his suggestion.
You're about to break
Okay.
the internet with that.
Yeah. I know.
All right, so
Yep, that's exactly what it was. But we heard it from Shaggy himself. It's not a cheating song, not a cheating song at all. He said you got to listen to it at the end. Y'all quit sipping and sipping and sipping, and you'll know what it say. He ain't say it like that, but that's what he meant. Okay. Y'all, Sheryl was looking better and younger than Shaggy. Okay. I'm telling you, Sheryl looks at least like 20 years younger than what her actual age. No lie. Like, and rumor has it that the idea of the song, going back to the song real quick, was inspired by Eddie Murphy's Raw, where Eddie suggests that once a man gives a woman what she needs to have in order to be successful, that part, he can give her outlandish excuses for like infidelity, and sometimes even if she saw the cheating herself. But that's what the rumor has. That's what the internet has said. That's what they had said. I just threw that in there as like a little fun fact because I saw it on the side. But yeah, Sheryl was looking good, and they did put Shaggy on the spot. They had him serenading the women while the song Angel was like being played in the background. So yeah, shout out to Shaggy for just playing along. Shawty, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. Yes, I used to love that song. I still love the song, but like, you really love a song like when it first comes out. Yeah. Shaggy also talked about his brand new album and his upcoming musical with Sting. His latest song is called Looking Lovely with Robin Thicke, and they actually performed it. It's a cute bop, as some people would say. They were on the Sherry Shepherd show promoting the song together, and they also performed it as well. So if you have a chance to take a look at that, be sure to look at that. Shaggy brought a special drink to the ladies, and this was hilarious because he brought them he and Sting's favorite drink, and he said this is the drink that they have basically after the tour, and it's, I guess, Monkey 47 gin and ting, which is an American, it's a Jamaican grapefruit drink. It looked like water and lime, so just gin and lime. It's probably supposed to be gin and juice, but it literally looked like straight gin and like some lime. Okay. He said it's a good morning drink. The ladies was like, is this a drink for the morning? He's like, it's a good morning drink. Okay. Y'all, Sheinelle though, I saw what you did, Sheinelle. Sheinelle took a drink before they even like toasted to actually drink. And then when it was time to toast, they toasted. Jenna ended up tasting it, was like, oh, like as if it was strong. And then Sheinelle was like, oh, it's strong. Girl, Sheinelle, I think you can handle it. I think you know how to hold your liquor, but that's just a guess, honey. That's a feeling, not a fact. Don't hold me to that. His foundation, in terms of foundations, I'm speaking of Shaggy's, made a huge difference during the latest hurricane. It's called the Shaggy Make a Difference, foundation. No S on the make, okay? They complimented him on his wardrobe as well, and also, I guess they gave him like this floral shirt that went viral when he performed with Robin Thicke on the Sherry Shepherd show. He also showed a picture of, I guess, him putting the same floral outfit like on his dog. I don't know if it was the same exact shirt. I don't think it could have been. Maybe it was just like material from the shirt. Yeah. And then of course he shared more about music and how he intertwines dance hall and reggae, sort of marries the two, and you get the hybrid, right? The ladies gifted Shaggy. Oh, wait, I think I said that part about the Hawaiian shirt. Yes, it did. Let me get to the part that I'm supposed to about his album. It's called Lottery and it's set to release on May the 15th. And his musical, The Last Ship with Sting, is set for the New York Metropolitan Opera House from June the 9th to 14th. And Jenna and Sheryl, they say that they're going. If I catch the episode in which they've gone, of course, I will review it for y'all, but I gotta catch it. I gotta catch it. That's one of the reasons why I did not do the daily review again in March, because March is a lot busier. April is probably going to be a little busy too, but you know what? It is what it is. But April, of course, we're going to be celebrating National Library Week, and then we're also going to be celebrating in the meantime and in between time. No, I don't know why I said that. But we're also going to be celebrating our YouTube anniversary in a sense, right? So our first upload was April the 30th, 2024, and now it's 2026. So yeah, we're going to be celebrating that in the month of April as well now. Yeah, so additionally, the ladies wrapped the show up with Jamaican-born chef Andre Fowles, who is the author of My Jamaican Table, in which he talks about growing up in the rough streets of Kingston, where he learned how to survive and thrive. His book also explains his Jamaican pantry of foods and produce and meats, of course, that's used on the island for cooking, including ackee, breadfruit, callaloo, plantain, sorrel, which is hibiscus, oxtail, goat meat, saltfish, and more. His book is available to place on hold via Libby, a free streaming platform made possible through our local library. And if you cannot get enough of the guests today, check out these free resources available via Hoopla, a free streaming platform made possible through our local library. For Sheryl Lee Ralph, you can catch the following resources. Movies include The Fabulous Four, Christmas Hotel, Just Getting Started, Christmas in My Heart, Christmas Comes Twice. And her books include Diva 2.0. Music includes Dreamgirls, the 1982 version. And also Sheryl narrates the book Magnolia Flower, written by beloved African-American folklorist Zora Neale Hurston. For Shaggy, you can find the following resources. Music includes his 2000 album Hot Shot with the hit It Wasn't Me, Lucky Day, Midnight Lover, Original Doberman, Mr. Lover Lover, Mr. Lover Lover. I don't have a good accent when it comes to the Jamaican accent, y'all. Pure Pleasure, The Best of Shaggy, Christmas in the Islands, the 1995 Boombastic, Semi-Fantastic full-length album is there. Essential and the Sting and Shaggy album, 44-876, In the Mood and Intoxication. That's the music that you can actually find for Shaggy. Sheinelle also has a book that she is releasing next month called Through Mom's Eyes, where she interviews the moms of celebrities, including Kevin Durant, Venus and Serena Williams, Tyra Banks, Shaquille O'Neal, Steph Curry, and more. And of course, I've already placed my copy on hold via Libby, a free streaming platform made possible through our local library. As a reminder, here at the Critic Chronicles, our goal is to provide quality but juicy content from websites, digital magazines, and tabloids, most of which are sourced from our public libraries. Research from the National Library of Medicine show that there are an estimated 17,000 public libraries nationwide, totaling 4 million visits each day. Public libraries are civic organizations that are committed to providing invaluable resources beyond books that are free and open to the public. Get your library card to access thousands of resources today and to read all of Jenna's book club recommendations. For access to the full YouTube episode of Today with Jenna and Sheinelle, check out the description box. Also, be sure to subscribe to our backup channel, Hey Critics, also linked in the show notes. Thanks again for tuning in to the Critic Chronicles YouTube channel, where you get commentary, reviews, and tabloid news. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload.